friends. Hello, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hello, my friends. How are you? I'm so happy you tuned in today to another pick a card reading. This time is an element reading. So we have here the element of earth, fire, air, and water in that particular order. And I'll zoom in so you can make your pick. But before I do, I want to make a couple of announcements. We're going to be back because I've been so called to do like an Aries reading. Like ever since a week ago, like I felt I need to do an Aries reading. And I pondered in which form it should be. And then I came to the conclusion that they want me to go back to the signs actually. So we're going to do a round of signs reading from Aries all the way to Aquarius and see how we go with this. I can't tell you like how many of those I will be able to do in 1 week. It may vary, but I feel very called to do this, and I'm excited to get started on them again. Also, the fellow seekers are going to be meeting again on the 23rd of April again, and you'll find all the details in the community section. I'll post everything there if you're interested to join. It's like an awesome group where we come together, we help each other out, we tell each other honestly, or just sit there and listen to what people have to say, because you'll be surprised, like once groups come together, it's like they share the same problems or similar problems, and it's very, very helpful to come together and just talk and listen and cry together, laugh together, that sort of thing. You'll also find the links here down below, so you can sign up if you want to. It's donation based, so you choose. It starts at $5, and you can go up from there, or just give the 5 and be good with it too. It's totally fine and up to you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there, my fellow seekers. Yeah. And also, I want to say, before you make your pile selection, I want to say that there is a chanting that I recorded for each and every single element that is supposed to be helpful to you as its light code transmissions. So we did one for every element, and you'll find them over on Patreon. Also on Patreon, you'll find the respective healing processes, incantations that you need, and there's a whole lot more. It's $11.11 a month. I would greatly appreciate your support. If you also just want to check it out, go ahead and do so and see how you go with it, okay? And I also wish this is very helpful to you. Now to your pile selection. So as you can see, we have here pile number 1 with the deep replenishment. That's our element of earth. Then we have pile number 2, trust your path. That's the element of fire. Then we have the starseed with the element of air. And then we have the great gathering with the element of water. You may now make your pick. Hi, pile number 1. If you have chosen the element of earth as your element, then this is your reading. You have deep replenishment, and it reads retreat, rest, and be held. You also have, as it popped out, the positive change as your card. So are you ready to hear the messages from Mother Earth? I bet you are. Dare to be different. When you are criticized, remember that you will never please everyone. Many brilliant and gifted individuals were not fully appreciated or understood in their own lifetime. Yet it is often they who have sown the seeds of change. And the deep replenishment comes with a message as well. And then I will also read to you what I have channeled for you. But they kind of want me to read the deep replenishment first. So because they're interlinked as well. This is interesting because I did the channeling first, and then I pulled the cards for your reading, and they're very much intertwined. So deep replenishment, rest, retreat, be held. The most selfless thing you can do is to fill up your own inner well. When you are running around half filled, we subconsciously look to things and people around us to give us the nourishment and nourishing that we so deeply crave. Nothing can grow in barren lands. You are no good to anyone if you're running on empty. The feminine is bountiful, fertile, and rich. Tend to your own well and watch as the amount you have to give multiplies. If your inner well isn't full, you will find yourself craving things from the outside world to fill it. This is your body's instinctive way of reaching for the grounding and nurturing that we are not allowing ourselves. It's interesting because like when we're overeating or when we're like eating a lot, this could be a sign of this. Or when we're craving all sorts of things that we actually know that aren't really good for us, but trying to fill up something that can't really be filled up in that sort of a way. And the question here is, what nourishes you? What refuels your body? What is nectar for your soul? What brings you back to life? What is your secret medicine? What makes you feel abundant and fertile, overspilling with life? It may be gardening, arranging flowers, getting a massage, using luxurious essential oils, snuggling up on the couch, hiking, sipping a good coffee at your favorite cafe, attending a women's circle, reading about sacred sites, spontaneous bike rides, walking along the beach, or yin yoga. What nourishes you is your medicine. When you give yourself the medicine that you need to be nourished, you nourish all those around you, for there's more than enough to go round. And your light activation is, do something that deeply replenishes you today. That's a really good idea. Yeah, you can write that in the comments if you want to. What is one thing that you are committing to doing today that deeply replenishes you? And I'm going to read to you now what I wrote down with Earth, what came through as a channeling. And I just want to mention I did the 4 directions now almost every day regularly as a ritual, and it is quite something. And I'm going to shortly post, I already started to work on it, a new ritual over on Universal Power Meditations if you're interested. By the time this uploads, I may be able to have been doing the other, otherwise you'll see it in the comment in the community section. All right, it says, come sit, dear child of light. Come sit with me and the trees, the birds, their chirps, the animals, all of creation. Sit and we'll embrace you. Love your mother. So this is interesting because the deep replenishment, that was the first thing I noticed, is retreat, rest, be held. And this was an offering to be held by Mother Earth, to specifically sit on her and feel what is going on with her, you know, how she wants to support you, how she wants to help you. Okay, and I'm trying a microphone today, so we'll see how that goes. I hope it works. We'll see. Okay. Yes. No. No. So we have the Ace of Swords right now. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords, the High Priest, as you can see them, and the Page of Cups. So interesting, because of course I'm getting with you, you are the High Priestess, male or female, and it's almost resembling that woman here representing the female energies. You see her and her, like holding the flowers, having all the wisdom within herself, within himself already, although discovering more and more still. So there's still more secrets to be discovered here. For some of you, I'm getting Sedona specifically. So either you are in Sedona or you're planning to go to Sedona, but I'm strongly getting something here. Very interesting. Maybe because of the energies. I know that the energies are supposedly really strong because of the mountains and whatever else is there. Really tap into that. If that's something that you're thinking about doing and maybe worrying about funds, you don't have to worry about it. You just go and do it. There's also something about remembering for you that you are an eternal light being and that you've lived many, many lifetimes, and not to take it too seriously. This lifetime is much like a flower that is blossoming or starting to blossom right now, is what I'm getting for you, from the acorn really to the oak tree. It's quite beautiful. And you're coming into some truth here, truly, of who you are. So there may be something that is some information that has come into light for you here that is linked to past lives. I want to say ancient Egypt here. I want to say Atlantean links, Lemuria is definitely what's coming up. It's coming up a lot on the channel and started very early on too. possibly lifetimes where you've served as a high priestess, as a high priest in a very high-ranking capacity here too. Very linked to Isis. For some of you, this could be rather specific, but it's to really stand in your truth, in your own light. Now they're comparing, this sword to the high priestess here. So it's really like you are this truth, and you're starting to live this truth of who you are, of why you came here, and really a deep understanding of all of your surroundings, really, whatever that is, whatever that means to you. And with the Page of Cups, this is the love offer to yourself, and also speaking to what we already heard, make sure your own cup is full before you give out any love. And what I can see with him today in this card is he's holding his cup rather like this, and maybe this is something that you have to do, to withdraw whatever you're giving out, because it may be too much of what you're giving out, or you may have started to see, oh, this is too much and I have to withdraw a little bit. So I'm getting a little bit of guarded energies. Hey, this is mine, but this is a good process that is happening within you. Don't worry, the scales are going to balance here too. It's with anything new that you learn or that you come into the awareness. It'll be fine. It just swings, the pendulum swings both ways. So if you've done one extreme, it'll swing like this to the other extreme, and it just takes some time until you've figured out the right balance for yourself, and focus only on yourself. This is not selfish. This is something that is really needed, really, really needed, and really, really listen to your body. To some of you, this is extremely important. Some of you may have detached yourselves in the past from your body. This could have also happened in a past life, which is also interesting because the earth is like utterly feminine and really reminds us that we're here, that we're grounded, and it reminds us of our, bodily symptoms of everything. And also they're just giving me the image or idea that sometimes people were kind of like dug in the earth to really, really feel her. So there, if you can, you may want to try it out, like with a hand or with a foot of yours, or maybe like your whole body. Or this is an experience that you have had where you were with some kind of a medicine person and they kind of dug you into the earth, or a part of you, or something like that. Yeah, but really, like, I'm seeing someone really, like, taken out like a bunch of earth, like your fingers inside the earth. And they mentioned gardening, so it could really be that this is very helpful and very healing for you as well. Okay, yeah, we're going to continue with the Shamanic Soul Oracle deck. I hope this isn't too loud because of the microphone's right here, but I haven't found any other way yet. Still need to get the right equipment. And still moving too much to really get proper stuff to carry around all the time. Okay, we have the underworld, and this is shadow work 31. So breaking down to a 4, which is also talking about stability instantly. And this may be surprising to if you're new to shadow work, that this can be something that brings a lot of stability, because it can feel very unstable once you start doing it. But to the rest of you, it's really like, look at this. This is an offering. Like, this is you offering yourself and that part of yourself that is doing shadow work, or that is in need of shadow work right now, offering a lot of gentleness, a lot of feminine energy, a lot of love. This is in the realms of appreciating who you are in all of your parts. This is also you being ready to walk into this world again of shadows, to really heal something here, to really heal. But this is because you've done it so much, is what I'm getting. So you walk in there with ease almost. It may be like a little bit reluctancy with the first 1 or 2 steps, but then you're so used to this world, it's almost like a second home, and you're just going in there with ease, and you're just like, yeah, I've done it before. Like I've been through my deepest shadows, and whatever else wants to come out now is welcome to come out. And really take the time to integrate it and to rest afterwards. Like, don't rush on, because this is important. If we're talking about past life, then this is abilities that are coming back into your life, or that may have recently, depending on where you are, coming back into your life. Also kind of strange habits, like eating habits, or the way you dress may be changing, or what you really need may be changing as well, why it is all the more important that you're really listening to your body here. Yeah. Huh. Interestingly enough, they want the Earth Warriors Oracle now, which is what we will pull. Yes. Oh my God. Okay. You have Ayana vision with the number 11. So some of you may be seeing the synchronicities 1111 a lot, and it says the way of the divine feminine revealed. So we have a lot of feminine energy, like this whole reading was speaking on already. And I like the layout here. It's very artistic and creative. Actually, the colors match really nicely. So if you haven't tapped into your creative abilities, this is also a call for you to do so. Some of you have strong connections to butterflies. And I just saw, interesting, I flipped through the booklet and I just saw the word butterfly as I was flipping through. So they may really have, you may be surrounded by butterflies. You may like to draw them, or just look at them and their transformative process, anywhere along those lines. The divine feminine yearns to reveal her way and her wisdom to you, that you may live passionately and purposefully. As you trust her inner guiding voice, you recognize the authentic desires and visions that move you from within, that are the seeds of your sacred mission. You shall experience the clarity and soul-deep relief that only truth, Ace of Swords, can bring. You shall experience a knowing of purpose that awakens your ability to live deliberately and experience deep fulfillment. Ayana vision is the blossoming awareness of your life purpose and true inner passion. You are being lovingly pushed to admit to your authentic and more passionate soul yearnings, becoming bold with honesty. What means so much to you that you are willing to give up all you have held on to out of fear so that it may be? What matters enough to you that you would symbolically die and be reborn? With all the endings and uncertainty such growth entails, so that your dream can become real. Don't run away from your yearnings out of fear, practicality, or any other excuse to replace faith with doubt. Your truth acknowledged will bring you peace, even if admitting it also means facing the personal transformation, butterfly, required to bring that truth to life in your world. When it is truth, it is healing. Embrace it. You are due for a revelation, an awakening into deeper recognition and understanding of your true spiritual path, passion, and sacred life purpose, and all that is entailed in manifesting it in loving co-creation with the universe. The situations, behaviors, and relationships that were appropriate and acceptable at earlier stages of your life journey will not necessarily continue to be so as your spiritual path progresses. Notice the effects of people, places, and situations on your state of mind. Such effects could be uplifting and helpful. However, even if intentions are good, the effect may be diminishing, compromising your ability to hold connection to the light. You will know when that is happening because your inspiration, your idealism, and your hope, all of which give you vital energy to work towards fulfillment of your most cherished dreams, slowly become tainted by lower frequency beliefs. Instead of trusting, you become fearful and impatient. Instead of being true to your original vision, you believe that you must change yourself to suit the world. Instead of feeling happiness and confidence in your ability to complete your tasks, you feel overwhelmed, inadequate, and insecure. From a place of wisdom rather than fearfulness, take care of what sort of energy you allow to have direct and unfettered access to your inner being. Such a position of powerful influence over your state of mind is best reserved for the Divine Mother. You will know when a message or impression is coming from a pure place because of what happens in your being in response to it. You will feel happy, at peace, willing and capable even in the face of challenge. You will have a sense that all things are working as they are meant to. And although you will be more relaxed, you will also be more focused, productive, and inspired. That's good. I will post the healing process over on Patreon if you would like to um, follow us over there, but I don't want to hold it from you, that healing process. I can also send it to you via email. Just shoot me an email at universalpowertarot@gmail.com, just so you know. What else, Spirit? This one, yes. This one, yes. Extended. No, there's not going to be an extended. It's just going to be like that. All right, good. Interesting. I first thought there would be an extended, but turns out there isn't. So, what else? Thank you. Oh my God. Oh, wow. You have the High Priest, intend and create. And this is so freaking exciting because you have the High Priestess and then you have the High Priest, which is denoting to two things. First of all, it is denoting too that there's masculine energy that is coming in now too. Over here, no, over here. Perfect there. It's right on positive change. So some of you may have been changing, or that change is afoot. It's in line with the truth that is coming in for you. May have some revelations about the masculine aspect of yourself, how you have viewed the masculine also within yourself, how you've treated yourself. Maybe masculine, when it's not really healed, it's too pushy. It's like you're disregarding your body. You may be like an overachiever, or may have been an overachiever, and now it's just time to heal that and understand how important your body is and your own needs are. And once you've healed that, there's a good chance, a high likelihood that someone that matches you completely, matches your vibration completely, is going to come into your life. Now, this could be romantic. For some of you, I'm strongly feeling that actually. Or it is just like a very strong soul connection here. But they're so freaking similar, even in the cards, you know. First of all, the first thing I noticed was you may have similar tattoos or something like that, or you may have similar clothing when you first meet. I see this here. And also, I was seeing that they're both holding something in their hand, like a magical wand of some sort, some sort of symbol. So this is something that you're going to recognize each other by. Very interesting. Wow. You may have something at your home or holding as you meet each other, but it's very clear. Like there's not going to be like the slightest doubt about it. Awesome. Yeah, one more guardian angel card for you here. What else for call number 1 with the earth reading? Yeah. Affirmation. Be aware of your language and thoughts. The most powerful statement you can ever make, think, or feel is thank you. Be grateful for all the blessings in your life as we acknowledge the divine order of life. The universe responds with ever greater blessings. You are a powerful creator. All you say and think resonates through the heart of creation, and creation responds accordingly. Right here. It's gorgeous. It's also like the colors, like the feminine and the masculine, like almost the, you know, purple, bluish kind of, and then like the red. It's beautiful. Really cool reading. Okay, I hope this was helpful and or insightful to you, and I hope the sound is okay. Please let me know also in the comment section how you resonated with this reading, and also if the sound was okay. I'm sending you so much love, light, and shadow. Thank you for being here. And yeah, I'll see you next time or at a different pile. Bye, guys. Hi, pile number 2. Hello, how are you doing? For those of you that chose the fire as your element and the Starseed card, what lights you up, then this is your pile. Or your element, I should rather say. So what does fire have to tell you? I did a little channeling and a little chanting if you're interested. Yeah, so the channeling, what came through is I'll help you burn away anything that is unnecessary for you to hold on to. Any past pain, any heartache and heartbreak. Let me soothe you again. Use my power as your power. Shine eternally bright under the night sky. Dance with me. Dance, dear child of light. I love you. That was the message that came through for you from the fire. And it was so interesting. As with Pile 1, the channeling really was in line with this one here, what lights you up. And I'll read this to you because they said, like, shine bright under the night sky. And then you have what lights you up. Starseeds are souls with a double mission to raise their own consciousness and the consciousness of the planet. They are old souls who have incarnated elsewhere beyond this planet. Many starseeds arrive with a feeling that time is running out and that there's something that they came here to do or create or contribute. If you pulled this card, it is to confirm that you are a starseed and you are being encouraged to answer the call, to follow what lights you up. Once awake, most starseed souls find it hard to have meaningless conversations, jobs, and relationships. They innately know that there is much more to life and feel there is something more and get to work. They remain restless until they step into their calling, which is to light up the world with their unique presence. Starseeds are scattered all over the planet, in hospitals, in schools, in slums and mansions, on stages and in edit suits, in parks and nightclubs, in taxis and theme parks. Many starseeds spend parts of their lives trying to fit in or in some form of spiritual closet. If you are dimming your light to fit in, it is time that you stop and start embracing the unique light that you came here to share and treat your time on earth like a glorious vacation. And the light inquiry is what lights you up. And dancing may very well light you up. This is so interesting because when we dance, we also completely let go, or there's a chance of completely letting go and no longer caring what anyone else thinks. And this may have been like a reoccurring topic in your life, how people are viewing you. But there's a trend of changing here for you. Either you just went through it, or you're gonna undergo it like very, very soon, very rapidly here too, where it's just like you're just like, okay, screw it, like, if I'm not who I really am, like, I won't attract the right people, I won't attract the right circumstances into my life. And it may have also in some forms shown up as small tower moments in your life that brought you to that very realization. Some people may have disappeared out of your life, or you may have had arguments with them to show you like the stage that they're in at the moment, and to really, for you to focus on your own life, on expressing your own self. Yep. Oh my God, 9 of Rods. Yep. What I was feeling, this is like this standoffishness. It's like that comes with a heartbreak, that need to defend yourself. Maybe you just didn't fit in with your family. Maybe they called you the black sheep, or you called yourself that, or the green sheep in other cases, if you're watching. But it's really like about breaking down your own walls, because you're the only person that can do this. Like, don't wait on another person to help you break them down. Yes, it may happen, but it's also like better if you already started the process, because this is causing less conflict and less friction in the next relationship that you're entering, being that romantic or not. It doesn't really matter. But that's important right now, to break down those walls, because you no longer need to defend yourself for who you are, but you may have in the past very often or been misunderstood by friends, by family, by just the people around you, and just waiting to be understood, or to no longer be misunderstood even, is what I'm getting with this. And you may have started to hermit here a little bit as well because of it. But there's healing indicated. You have the star, so there's a good chance also that you're going to be in the public eye in some shape or form here. But she no longer, she's flowing with that feminine energy. That's what I'm seeing immediately here. She's completely free. She's no longer wearing a headscarf. Some of you may have even, I know this is kind of religious, and I don't mean to be offensive at all. It's just like some of you may have realized this is not for you after all, and you took something off that, or maybe like a cross that you were wearing, and you're taking it off even temporarily, because sometimes we're unsure of certain things, or we may have to try and explore different things in order for us to see, is this really a fit or is it not? Because if you let it go and then it comes back to you, then it is truly yours, with anything really. And sometimes we have to explore and let go of things. She's no longer wearing the wand, right? Or he, not gender specific. She's like playing with water. She's no longer like focused on her surroundings, on his surroundings, because this is what happens when we have traumas in childhood. We're getting very, very attentive to everyone's needs and to everything that is around us, because everything can seem kind of threatening. And she's no longer paying attention because she's her own beautiful self. She's even naked, you know, she's stripped bare of everything. She's just, and this is you did this to yourself and for yourself. Truly, what a magnificent healing process that is. And that one, it's interesting. It's almost like your past self is looking at this one a bit, almost like with a bit of jealousy, or, but more so admiration, I want to say here. It's like a little bit standoffish to this one, because she wants to be, you want to be this one, and you can already feel the onsets of this happening in your life. But it's like, should I go? Should I not go? I'm not entirely sure if I can be this, if I can be this free, if, oh my god, if I can dance under the night sky. They even said it like in the channeling, if I can dance under the night sky, if I can be completely naked, will they still love me? The ones that don't accept you like this won't love you in the other form either. Let me just say this, okay? The most important thing here is to learn, the most important lesson is self-acceptance in your case here, that you accept yourself fully, and then watch everything come. And it's like a everything wants to come in here for you as soon as you strip this bare, because this defense mechanism here, the walls that you've built, is also holding out the ones that are actually wanting to come in, the ones that are actually for you, and the opportunities as well. So this is a really good opportunity right now, and I really want to encourage you to keep going on this path and to keep trusting whatever is presenting itself to you right now, because it leads you back into your own emotional waters and back to who you really are. And again, we have lots of water here, so I want to say Atlantids may be significant. Generally water, maybe really dolphins also is popping up, dolphins and whales. You may have a strong connection with the water, strangely enough, because we have like the element of fire, but it's rather coming through as that's what you need. That's what you need, says the fire. The fire says you need water. But it's really beautiful. It's like her hair is on fire too. See this? But there's a balancing happening. So you may have like strong fire energy in your chart, possibly, that, you know, when we reach a certain age, I think it's around 40 or 45, something changes in our dynamic. If we haven't been rewarded until then a switch is gonna hit you. Like a good one. Things want to pop up, but then they're not popping up yet. This one, yeah. So more water. We have the Queen of Cups here. So really standing in your emotion and being comfortable. No. Interesting. Nine of Swords, though. This may have caused you a lot of anxiety, like in the past, like what you were wearing, the choices that you were making. This could have been like a long walk for you to really step into yours and to be comfortable to say, hey, I like this, I like that. I want to dye my hair in such a way. I want to cut it. I want to do such. It may have been a long road for you, longer possibly than others, to get back to that place of self-love, self-acceptance here, for sure. Queen of Cups, highly intuitive, highly in tune with herself and with others. And this is the gift here in this whole thing, because like I said, when you grew up in an environment that was dangerous, or that you perceived as dangerous, what then happens, you also become highly anticipative. So it's like highly empathic to, you know, you may be able to recognize like the slightest changes in atmosphere, the slightest changes in moods because of that. And you may have like been trained, force trained to recognize certain facial features and facial changes in atmosphere. Hence the hence you're highly intuitive, highly empathic here. This is the gift that you once healed, that you carry out of the situation, that you wanted to have and to acquire, that you needed to go through certain things. You'll understand when you are there if you're not yet able to see what I'm trying to say here. Yeah. Interesting. They want me to use the Lightworker Oracle. This one won't have an extended, by the way. Pile number 1 didn't either. Thank you. Oh my God. This is so friggin' funny because, like I said, the fire seems to need the water right now. Like, all about emotions. You have initiation by water. Wow. Alrighty. Lots and lots of water. Lots and lots of emotions. Let me read this to you. All right. Okay. Your spiritual path this lifetime involves you becoming a clear channel for spirit. You are meant to communicate with higher guidance from the loving spiritual worlds. Your initiation by water will further open your receiving channels, dislodge lower vibrational material, and sensitize you to the subtle realms of light. You are being opened to a world of which you may only have dreamt. Such is its beauty, grace, and love. Situations have been arising in your world that evoke emotional reactions and challenge your opinions and beliefs. You may not feel in control. You may feel like your world, your own emotions have become like a stormy sea in which you are tossed about. And you are doing your best not to drown in the chaos. Yet you are not to fear it. It is stirring that which has been held within so that it can be released, exactly the healing. The storm will pass and the waters of your emotions shall become more serene. You could compare the process to a glass of water with muddy sediment at the bottom. The water appears clear as the mud is left to lie. Yet once the water gets stirred up, the mud arises. Then it can be filtered out and the water will be clearer than ever before. The turbulence was a step that led to greater clarity. The waters in the glass are comparable to your emotional waters, and the fixed opinions, beliefs, and long-held emotional patterns based on unresolved past pain are the sediment at the bottom of the glass, like I said with the 9 of Rods. Hold the glass up to the light. Can the light shine through the sediment? No, but it can be seen through the clear water. Remove the sediment and the water will be clear enough to allow light to shine through without obstruction and distortion. And they said that in the channeling too, like, send any past pain and heartache and heartbreak into the fire. So you may want to, if you're able to, light a fire and really like send it all in there, because I'm pretty sure that's going to help like a lot. And if you can, dance your emotions out and around the fire, because this is a great process as well if you can. The light is the light of spirit, the higher truths, unconditional love of peace, wisdom, and joy. You know that you are meant to be a channel for the truths of the spirit. As an advanced soul, you are capable of successfully enduring the process of filtering out whatever would obstruct the clear flow of higher consciousness through your being. Perhaps tired of emotional swings, you have suppressed your emotions and believe you feel nothing, yet you are acting out unwanted behaviors or suffering from apparently random physical accidents or maladies, which is your subconscious way of expressing your hidden feelings. If this is the case, you are encouraged to be kind to yourself, to give yourself time to reflect upon your true feelings. Releasing emotional blockages doesn't have to be a drawn-out process. It is often the resistance and fear of the feelings within that is more difficult than expressing the actual feeling underneath that resistance and finally letting it go. Sorry, I had like a little bug on my arm. Whatever pain you are feeling right now is a sign of emotional healing and recovery. You are encouraged to accept and process your feelings, especially those that do not make much sense to you. Your emotional truth will make more sense as you heal. If you can get help from a healer, therapist, counselor, or a mentor, they will support you and help you resolve your part of the process more swiftly. Know that even though it challenges you at times, this is a good thing that is taking place, necessary for you to more fully receive the divine connection for which you yearn. And there's an invocation that I will attach, but only over on Patreon. This doesn't mean if you're not my Patreon, you can join down below if you want to, that you can't receive it. You'll just shoot me an email at universalpowertarot@gmail.com, and I will send it to you if you want to do that invocation. All right? Yes. Yes. Okay. So one more card for you here. Number 2. Oh. Oh. You have the rainbow, my friends. You are a jewel, even though you may not see it. Even in the darkest times, you shine eternally bright. Gosh, there's so much like analogy with, you being a star, you shining your light finally. You're in for a great surprise here, I believe, when it comes to the change and to really seeing who you are. It's really quite stunning and beautiful. I actually recently met someone that I thought was really magnificent because they were just themselves, and this was so magnetic and so awesome to be around, like really, really beautiful. You are surrounded by an aura of love, and a pot of gold awaits beyond the horizon. All will clear soon. Trust and continue to follow your dreams. You are eternally blessed. Yeah, and I feel this is not like a drawn out process. This is rather something that comes about swiftly, like moving through it, recognizing it, and then whoop, moving through it. And things are starting to change for you here. Number 23, by the way, initiation by water. 23 is like very significant to me. It's almost like the 111, but a little bit different. But it's always showing up when there's something bigger happening in my life. All right, I really hope this was helpful and or insightful to you, my friends. I'm sending you so much love, light, and shadow, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you have picked the element of air and trust your path, then this is your reading. It also reads further here, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Which is tying directly, and I'm going to read this to you in a second, into your channeling, like from the element of air, which I'm going to read to you right now. And also you might want to be aware that there are 4 guardian angel cards laying around, so there's something that wants to come in, like it's yours for the picking, basically. So it's just like these 4 things are here. It's gratitude, breakthrough, jewel, and eternity, and it's just coming in. It's like the wind is blowing it in and you just choose it, really. But I don't think that you have realized that fully yet. Swing yourself up off the ground. Lift off. It is time. Spread your wings and fly like the eagle. There is no other like you. Make use of your magical abilities. You are going to need them. Allow us to carry you. Simply tune in. I love you, says the element of air to you. And like I said, it's very interesting that we have corresponding cards like all throughout the readings. I did the channeling first, then I drew cards for you. So it's very, very interesting that they're corresponding so much. And like I said, I have a feeling like that said also that you're not really aware of all of your abilities and talents yet and what you're calling in here or what is here for you. So trust your path. 54. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Like lift off. It's all there for you. The universe is conspiring. Keep facing your true north. Your job is not to pave the path, but to simply keep facing your true north and take one step after another. If you do this, you can't go wrong. The universe is conspiring. Don't waver or doubt. Use your heart as a compass and put one foot in front of the other. If you follow the invisible trail of what lights you up, you will lighten up the world without even trying. Most people don't follow their highest call of their soul because they're waiting to see the end destination before before they take the first step. Exactly. What are you waiting for? If you take one baby step each day, within a year, you will have taken 365 steps in your dedicated direction. If you want to write a book, write a page every day. If you want to change careers, do one thing every day in dedication to that. Before you know it, in just a year from now, you will turn back and look in awe at how far you have journeyed. Keep moving and open yourself up to a whole new level of support and receiving. And ever since I started this reading, I feel my throat chakra, like my throat is a little bit off, I feel. So you may not be either respecting your boundaries, respectively also maybe not the boundaries of others. I keep seeing synchronicities. I keep seeing like 333, and then I saw other synchronicities as well. And it's also oh my God, I'm starting to really like be tensed up, like me not speaking up. You're not speaking up in a certain matter. You're not expressing who you really are. Maybe you're afraid to just like take that leap and fully, oh my God, recognizing who you are. And right now it seems easier to me to not speak, because it's so straining, because it takes so much effort to do so. So this is either in your past or you right now, depending on where you are on your journey, that you may have just gone quiet somewhere along in your life where it was just too hard to fight back or to try to find opposing opinions. I hope this will lift soon, because this is really, really straining. Keep moving and open yourself up to a whole new level of support and receiving. Things are not going to work out the way you are planning, but if you have a little faith and keep showing up, they will work out even better than you could possibly imagine. Don't micromanage the universe. Trust your path and let your soul lead the way. And the work your light inquiry is, if you knew you would be supported no matter what would you do? And this is a really good question to ask yourself, especially like also when it comes to mission, right? Would you still be doing this? Because missions can be really, really hard and tough. When you're working for the light, there's a whole lot of clearing going on. And it's just like, to be that clear channel for love and light, you will be cleansed out. And this is a tough process. If we're talking unconditional love, it's a tough process. It's not for the faint of heart. Definitely not. Wow. And now one of my ears is really like, I feel like a pressure exchange is happening in my ears. This sometimes happens either when you're overworked or you have like a loss of hearing in either one of your ears, or you may have had that. But it's also to me a sign of, like I said, too much stress, or it is spirit coming in wanting to communicate with you strongly. But it's almost like it throws you off of balance a little bit. And then now drawing my eye to the gratitude card that is blowing to you right now. And it says, thank you. This is a heartfelt thanks to you from someone you recently helped in some way. I, your guardian angel, also wish to thank you for the unconditional love you emanate to the earth, humanity, and those around you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are eternally blessed. May peace, grace, and love forever guide you along your sacred path. And I now feel like a push in a certain direction. It's so interesting. They're showing me so clearly. There's a sense, if you're not feeling it this clearly, to really sit down and take the time to listen. You need to listen, because otherwise you won't be able to receive the messages that they're trying to bring in. Much like you're not really aware that this all wants to come in for you. You just don't see it. But if you take the time to really sit and listen, it'll come in clear as daylight. It's like the wind has a message for you. Also right now, the wind just started to pick up. You know, Pocahontas, that song, holy crap, that flew out. Nine of Swords. Yeah. Sleepless nights, anxiety. not speaking because it's so hard, or it used to be so hard for you, you used to be so held back and so anxious about stepping into yours because you were made to believe that who you are in essence is not okay. You are, in some cases, you were made to believe or even told you're not lovable, or if people gotten to know you, they wouldn't appreciate who you are, or they wouldn't be able to love you, which is horrible. And I'm sorry this happened to you. But this is all about an imprisoned mind, letting go of patterns of the mind, and spirit and your angels really wish to come in and assist you with this here. They really do. But this is something that has been bothering you and that may have kept you up at night. Like, why can't I step into this? And it's often trauma that holds us in this place, because it's like a life and death kind of a situation for a child. When, I mean, who's taking care of them if they're not like in line with what the parent wants, right? No one is taking care of them. If they're not loved or given even enough attention, then that's a huge problem for a child. And you may have experienced just that. Hence, there is this huge, it's like a huge stepping stone where others could just like easily walk through their life, or, not having problems of such nature, where it's just like, yeah, to me it's normal. So you may have been misunderstood a lot as well, and may have like even wondered, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just do this? Like, everyone else seems to be able to do it, but everyone else is not you, and everyone else hasn't been where you have been. Okay, just want to remind you of this. Plus, our journeys are not the same. It's not, you're not here to compare yourself to anyone else. You're here to step into your light. You're here to clear your voice, your throat chakra, and your heart chakra, by the way, as well, because these are closely linked. Like, when one is blocked, then the others also, like the third eye and heart, they have to work overtime, or they're working less. And I also feel like I have a little bit of closed heart chakra here as well, but that's from the pain, that's from the hurt. And then we have the Hanged Man. So you may have been in this position for quite a while, but breakthrough lies right here. If you can see it, it's so cool. Crows may have played an important part, and I'm just reminded of my other deck that I don't currently have with me, and I so wish I would have like my other decks. I miss them so much, and I want to bring fresh cards to the table. Yeah, I may set up like an Amazon wish list or something like that, because I would really like to work with, kind of like expand my workforce here, because I feel it's time for something else, something new cards. There is something that wants to push. So it's also for you. There's something new that wants to come in, that you will feel the push when it's ready. It's just there, it's ready, and it will come in. Like, do not worry about it. It will be there. Maybe you'll feel the push to set something in motion, and then you'll do just that. So it's like acting on whatever divine tries to bring to you, okay? And to some of you, like I said, the crow may be significant. I was reminded of that other deck of mine where there's a crow, and the crow is like eating off anything off the bones which no longer lives anyways. There's like a proper cleansing, and you may have been in that suspended kind of a pose of, yeah, I'm clearing out. I have been clearing. I have been healing. I did heaps of shadow work is what I see you doing here, or what you have done here. And it just took so long. It's like almost like, I hear some of you say like, yeah, it took forever. It's like going up the mountain and then back down again, chop wood, carry water, and doing it over and over and over again. And Spirit really like made you go through all these processes almost like in detail, so you wouldn't miss a thing, because that's going to be so beneficial. Like, you're going to be light years ahead of the others, like once you come out of this process. Okay, I want you to know this as well, because of the work, the tremendous work that you've done. Okay, but at some stage it may have felt like, or it may be feeling right now like this is not coming to an end, but it is. And you do have the breakthrough here, like I said. How many beautiful heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? How many times has society's voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It is time to break free of these false beliefs and realize your dreams. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. Yeah, totally feeling this here. The first two cards that actually came out were the Jewel and Breakthrough, and also the colors here with the purple. So crown chakra may be really relevant for you, especially what happened with my ears earlier. Could also be that some of you are like suffering from tinnitus. Yeah, yeah. So you have the Sun card. Wow, this is amazing to have. And look at this. Look at yourself, the Phoenix rising, being completely stripped bare of anything old. It's like nothing ever happened. Oh, yeah. Hi. Oh, my God. No, a butterfly just came. And again, they just landed. Maybe you could see them in the reading, but they just landed here. It's like, yeah, that I mean, what stronger image could there be than the butterfly that's coming out of the cocoon and is completely changed forever? It's something that can't be made undone. And it's like, and I know that feeling too. It's like when your past is breaking away to an extent where you're sometimes questioning whether it actually happened to you, because it seems like eons ago. It seems like not in this lifetime anymore. And this is what I'm feeling here too. And then you get the chance to completely start over, basically. To completely start over and decide where is your life gonna go, right? And now they are drawing my eye to the jewel, so I'm going to read this one to you. By the way, this does not have an extended. There's chanting over on Patreon if you would like to take advantage of that. And also we'll see either Earth Warrior Isis Oracle or Lightworker Oracle may have a message for you too. Every event in life presents us with a new opportunity to experience ever greater love. There's a jewel to be found within every teardrop. Trust, we, your angels, are guiding the current events. This is a time in which you and those close to you will emerge strengthened by ever greater bonds of love. Trust, there's nothing to fear, there's only love. So there's a huge, huge, huge topic of being fearful of something, having anxiety about something, being anxious, and then just having to trust. It's like when we're talking about fear, you want to face that head on. You don't want to run from it, because the moment you start to run from it, like with a dog, the dog's going to charge and attack if you run from it. If you turn your back, it'll come after you. Oh my God. All right, sorry. That was really strange. Something that shouldn't have happened. And this is very relevant for your reading because this could not have happened. Like physically, it's not possible, yet it did happen. But it's crazy. Wow, this is really crazy. Like part of the, I don't know how you call that, part of like a thing that's very heavy just fell out. And part of a cupboard just fell out, like from very high. And it's like the thing that happens, when that happens, you get a scare and then you go check, although you may be scared. And this is very relevant for you because we were just talking about you being scared. And sometimes though something else happens that comes in that is even more scary, so you snap out of that fear because there's something else that's more important at that stage. And that's what I feel for you happening here as well. So it may feel like a tower moment, but that's snapping you out of whichever state may have held you stuck here. This one, yeah. So we're going to continue with the angels and ancestors oracle cards for you here. Oh my God, okay. This one. Yes, snake. We had that in another reading. You have the snake shed old skin, and that's really it. You're in the midst of this process here to shed your old skin. Sacred geometry may be very, very beneficial to you. I also want to recommend, because we had it in the last reading, in the last full moon reading, Libra, we had the snake as well, I believe, and I recommended Sapien Medicine, the channel with anger management. You can go back to that video because I attached a link underneath there, so you can have a look at this. And he also has a lot more of these light code activations over on his channel. So Sapien Medicine, Sapien, and then medicine. And then you give in whichever topic you're struggling with, because I know that this is going to help you heaps because you're already so fine-tuned into the finer energies, and you'll pick up on that quickly and it'll help you heaps. Yes, this one. Yeah, last card. Eternity you have here, and gently move your awareness from the external world to a world of light within your heart. Allow each breath to heal you as you drift to a place beyond time. Eternity exists within you, forever sparkling like a diamond. You are in essence a shining star, forever transforming to ever greater light. What else I feel is going to be very beneficial? I have an aroma candle here with rose petals, so that's the scent it gives, and I just really smelled it intensely. So this could be good for you currently if you doing a little bit of aromatherapy to help yourself out here a little bit. And they no, they don't want any of the earth warriors. Just don't mess too much with it. It's just tiny things. Like they said, you're so fine tuned that it only needs like a little bit, and it'll go. A little bit and it'll go. Yep. All right, my dear pile threes and the air element, I really hope this was helpful and or insightful to you. If you wish to book a private reading with me, the books are open at universalpowertarot@gmail.com. Just simply reach out to me. You'll find all the details down below also. And I'm sending you so much love, light, and shadow. Bye, my friends. Hello. Pile number 4. If you have chosen the element of water and the Great Gathering, then this is your reading. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribes is how the card reads further. And I just want to say something before I read the channeling to you that came through before I even picked your card, because they're interconnected, both of them. Is I got opaline light or opaline reflections. Also, rose quartz may be really helpful to you at this time, just so you know. And the rest later. Acceptance came through for you as well from the guardian angel cards, which I'll also read to you later. So let's start with a channeling. There's also a chanting for you over on Patreon if you're interested. All the links down below. And the water said to you, "Oh, be me, dear child of light. Be me, flexible, flowing, adjustable, but always me, always you. You too have the ability to carve out rocks. It may take some time, but eventually you will get there and people will come to know and understand the person that you are. I love you," is what the water says to you, dear child of light. And now the great gathering. I'm strongly getting the feeling that in your earlier years, you may have felt like disconnected to a lot of people, and that feeling persisted or may have persisted for quite some time. Or sometime in your awakening, you may have been really, really lonely because you felt so disconnected to the world. You felt antisocial. You may have felt like, I'm never going to fit in. I'm never going to find my place. Yet all of a sudden there are these figures showing up all over the place, basically reaching out in the most mysterious ways, or you get to meet them in the most strange circumstances. And these are your soul tribe. These are the ones that you will click with immediately. And it's like an instant recognition. You just know, wow, like, who is this person? And just know that this is a mirror of you as well, okay? So whatever you see and admire in them is also something that you have. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see it within the other. And it reads, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. You're being called to let your intuition move you physically. You are connected to a group of souls who are weaving a web around the planet. And as you travel and share your creations, something is rethreaded. This card is an acknowledgement that you are either being called to connect with others who are like you at a soul level, or that you are ready. You are being called to gather groups of people, either by leading them or becoming part of a group that can support you and your soul's personal mission. You are part of a group of souls who agreed to be there at this time in history to heal yourself, your ancestral line, and the planet. To raise consciousness so that we can continue to call this magnificent place home for eras to come. Oh my God, I just got like the most beautiful image of like rainforest type greenery. It was so magnificent. It was, maybe you've like did past life regressions and you saw this place, or you saw it as you went astral traveling, or you saw it in dreams. But this is something that you are longing for, like deeply at a heart level, at a soul level, to have this, to achieve this, because you've been there, you've lived there before. Either in other planets, or we're talking about like future or past events where you just remember, and this is home, and this is why maybe you're feeling completely out of place when you're living in the city and there's hardly any greenery, and you'll feel the contrast a lot more strongly than other people would. It's time to call your tribe by sharing your soul's voice. Oh, hang on. One of many consciously choosing to devote your life to something greater than yourself. It's time to call in your soul tribe by sharing your soul's voice and letting yourself be seen. When you share what is real and true to you, and you share the medicine that you most need, those who are like you will gather around you. You are your tribe. They are just like you. And just as you are longing and searching for them, they are longing and searching for you too. You can put your hand on your heart right now and I'll say it for you. I choose now to let myself be seen. I am ready to call in my soul tribe and create a web of light all over the planet. How gorgeous. I'm immediately also being called to tell you about Matthias de Stefano. If you haven't heard of him, he calls himself a memory cell. So he was born basically remembering all of his past lives, or pretty much. And he has a lot of wisdom to share on various platforms. He's giving interviews, for example, also with Marcus Aubrey, also on YouTube, and you can go check them both out if you feel called to, because there could be something in there for you, like knowledge that you're missing currently. But even if you're not, it will come to you either way. All right? Yeah, we're starting with a tarot. There's not going to be an extended, by the way. It's all in this one. There is a chanting, however, that will be posted on Patreon if you're interested. All the links down below. Six of Cups, so the past is coming back. Again, this could also be past lives connection, which is why you may have dealt with a lot of karmic relationships in the romantic sense, but also in the other sense. And this is because there was still some accumulated karma, basically, that made you aware of a couple of things that you still needed to work through, like unhealthy attachments. I'm getting codependency with this, like people pleasing, all the good stuff, right? And you may have been taken advantage of so many times in your life and not appreciated for the person that you actually are, so that you withdrew. And there could still be a little bit of, rejection energy or abandonment issues within yourself. And all of these relationships made you aware of that. And till at some stage you were totally fed up with everything and you're just like, okay, stop. I need to stop. I need to do something differently. It's like having the car and crashing into the same wall over and over again, hoping that the wall is miraculously gonna disappear, when really your car is a wreck already and you just need to get out the car and walk or get a different one. It's in the realms of, trying to do the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. But you're at this point, or you have recently come into this point, depending on where you are in your journey, where you said, stop, no more. I need to change something here because it's not going anywhere. This one? No. Yeah. And here we have that new beginning, new passionate beginning. Like, this looks a whole lot differently than what I could see here, because it's like you're already in the process of letting go of the past. And it's interesting. I'm seeing like him holding her hand. So they never really, I drew these cards in combination before, but they never really showed me like how he's holding her hand like this, as if, he still has a grip on her, not gender specific. Could be either gender. This is like energy based. So they could still be having a little bit of a handle on you, literally, where it's just like they somehow, I'm getting like narcissistic energies, or like someone that just wanted to use you for your beautiful self and for your energy, because you seem to not know like how precious you really are. And it's interesting because she both never realized that either. She has like a plant planted right here, and she has it in her hand. So you never really lost yourself in this whole process. You never really lost your innocence. It may just be buried a little bit. It's because there's a difference between being naive, which I believe you were, which is totally fine. We all are, until we get burned enough to then step out of it and be like, okay, now I'm kind of cynical. Being reminded of Jordan Peterson right now, or Peterson, with his 12 rules for life. So there may be something in there for you to read, because it sometimes really helps to get back on track. You may have read it, or you may find like some comfort within what he's saying, because since we're talking male and female, you may have had like a male influence that wasn't too healthy in your life, that that made you believe that you just had to give, like overgive, in order to receive like anything really. So this could also be in the realms of breadcrumbing or not being able to set proper boundaries for yourself. And this is something that you're breaking out of. And here, interesting, we're going from 2 people now into no people at all, because it stops being about people at some stage and it becomes about you. It stops being about the external world and it just purely becomes about you. And there's a gorgeous, gorgeous new beginning, also very passionate. What I'm getting is sacral chakra. So acknowledging your emotions, becoming emotionally literate, because sometimes we're not allowed to be angry. We're not allowed to be, anything but nice, and that niceness is at some stage not getting us anywhere. It never did in the first place, but it's like a survival mechanism. And you seem to be laying that down and starting something completely different here. That has nothing to do anymore at all with the external, but just purely with yourself. And I'm also getting like a lot healthier sexuality. If you haven't experienced what that is yet, you will, okay? Just for those of you that may be wondering about this, you may have been closed off to that for some time. And again, it also starts with you. I just want to say here, like self-pleasuring as well is a good way to get back into that and to also start to be like healthy with yourself, with your body. And I see something here for you. If you've done that, then congratulations. It's a confirmation. If you've not, you may want to explore in that direction. Like just be good to yourself. And now they want me to draw from the Earth Warrior Oracle, and we'll do that. What do you have, my dear element of water, for our pile 4s? What kind of message? What's most beneficial for them at this time, please? Just realizing that we have like the purple here. Yeah, you have been patiently waiting. Holy moly. Crown chakra is showing up here too. Patiently waiting, like when is this going to end? When is it coming by? Yes. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Like this is again another card that denotes to your soul tribe. Oh, man. Sorry about that. And hello. You may have gone hermit. Here we are. You may have gone hermit, my friends. Like, I'm not even there. We have the same colors. Look at this. We have the same color scheme. It's almost the same thing. It's so interesting. And it's like we have very native vibes going on, coming back to self, coming back to the essentials. And it reads Anka, kin of the Red Hawk tribe. So again, we have Great Gathering, which is talking about soul tribe. And then we have Anka, kin of the Red Hawk tribe, which is also denoting to tribe. After a long time in hibernation, I feel, you're finally going to come into the right people. But make no mistake, the people that crossed your path so far, they were the right people as well. You're going to stop judging that, and it's going to be seen by you from a completely different perspective, like especially once you meet Soul Tribe and understand a couple of things about your journey. And I believe that the Soul Tribe that you're going to meet, or maybe you've met them already, they're going to teach you a little bit about that. So, kin of the Red Hawk tribe. On the wings of the red-tailed hawk, a divine message comes. Your spiritual maturity has evolved into genuine power and discernment. You have earned your stripes. Acknowledgement is granted. Trust yourself and your destiny. You are ready. Trust in your sense of timing, which is excellent and inspired. Allow the divine to support you as you hover until the moment comes for you to fearlessly plunge into your forthcoming adventure. Like I said, there was pending something. A divine message is here for you now, so be open to the signs from the universe. You are more mature spiritually than you may realize. You have an ability to share wisdom and honesty with your tribe. If you are still searching for your tribe, trust yourself. You will recognize them instinctively when you met them. Even if on the outside they seem different to you, you are seeing things clearly, so trust your vision and have patience. Seek your truth, but do so with compassion because your words have greater influence than you may realize. When the moment is right, take action. A way will be shown for you to manifest your spiritual light in this world in practical ways. There are some on the spiritual path that claim to be more evolved than others. Of course, these are likely to be the ones learning an important lesson in humility. Then there are the souls that know they have come with a special purpose to lead, guide, and inspire others. Yet they do not feel this makes them in any way superior to another. It is simply the way by which they can fulfill their divine destiny. Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel like your energies is very humble and not at all like, rather like you may suffer from like imposter syndrome, not believing that you have all this power and all this strength and everything. It'll come to pass. You'll soon enough realize who you really are. These are the red-tailed hawk tribe, and you are one of their own. The red-tailed feathers only emerge in maturation, signifying that this bird of prey is a soul symbol for spiritual maturity in service to the tribe. This is also reflected by the red color associated with their feathers at the base chakra from the Vedic tradition of India. Red is the color of ground, earth, belonging, family, and tribe. Our material reality and the collective consciousness that we can create for each other to either move us forward as a race or hold each other back. Anka, or hawk, is the medicine of the messenger. This is the one who sees and feels the birth of the new world and who recognizes that which is outmoded and belongs only to the past. It is a progressive, honest, action-oriented medicine. As a channel between higher wisdom and earthly concerns, Anka brings a way to get things done in harmony with the universe. Red-tailed hawks are many in number, yet each one has a unique plumage. They are both an army and a group of individuals. So it is with your kindred soul tribe. You will have common purpose on this planet, but the way each in the tribe goes about fulfilling and expressing it will be unique. Your job is to recognize and support each other, even whilst we come from different disciplines, different backgrounds, and are approaching the same world problems with different perspectives. We may work from different places, along different routes, for one true purpose of birthing higher consciousness on this planet. But when we realize that we belong to each other in our common purpose, though sometimes it may be hiding under quirky differences of character and expression, we feel a sense of belonging, connected through an invisible but palpable thread of souls. To fully embrace the supportive power of your soul tribe, both in the spiritual realms and the earthly world, you will feel the healing required around family, friends, and various types of community. And I just want to say here, even though you may be meeting soul tribe, and it's very clear to me that you will, because you both have like two different decks, the same cards basically. It's so strong. Like there's no like running from it. It's like it's gonna happen. If you haven't met them, it's gonna happen. But that doesn't mean that all is good and well as soon as you meet them. Sometimes this is when, you know, we have to deal with our individual differences, and we have to see how this can still go together, or if it can't, because this can be strong like magnetism or like repelling. So it can be either one of those. It's getting stronger when you meet your soul tribe as well. Like, be ready for this too. But you are at that stage. To fully embrace the supportive power of our soul tribe, both in spiritual realms and the earthly world, you will feel the healing required around family, friends, and various types of community, including religious and business communities, where you have held wounding. Insecurities around being marked as an outcast, abandonment, and rejection, like we said earlier, can create unconscious defensiveness that keeps people away. Once you may have needed those psychological walls to hold you up until you healed your wounds and grew strong enough to thrive through tearing them down. Anka comes with the message that you have outgrown those old ways. To continue with them will keep support away from you unnecessarily. You will clearly be able to see anything unwanted that used to be held at bay by the walls. You will now be able to deal with it through your skills of honest speech and your ability to tear away cords of connection or influence that do not serve you. The healing process I will post for you over on Patreon if you're interested, along with your chanting. It doesn't mean that you have to be my Patreon to receive this healing process. You just reach out to me via email at universalpowertarot@gmail.com, and I can send you the healing process. Chanting, however, for that you have to be a Patreon. All links down below. All right, my friends, I'm sending you so much love, light, and power and healing. And oh, wait, we didn't read acceptance, did we? No, we did not. I wish to read that to you quickly. There is nothing about you that you need to fix. Reclaim the disowned parts of you that yearn for love and acceptance. You are beautiful just as you are, regardless of any faults you may perceive you have. You are eternally radiant being of light. Accept all that you are and just be you. When you truly accept yourself, your whole world will magically and lovingly transform. Exactly. This is what I said about sexuality earlier too, and it goes for any other area as well. Throat chakra. Really express yourself. You're cool the way you are, completely. Completely. All right. Sending you so much love, light, and shadow, my friends. And yeah, I'll see you next time or at a different pile. Bye.